And then what else? Okay, I'm gonna disable. I literally have a checklist here of like all the things to do. We've got some text coming in.
I got it.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna let you do that.
Yeah,
and then I'm gonna spotlight my camera so that it kind of stays default. And then what else do I have? I like literally have a screen. I literally have a checklist of everything. Okay, cool. All right, so we are gonna get started. The way that we're gonna do this is, unlike our regular jams, this is gonna be a little bit shorter. So it's gonna be closer to like an hour max. And it's gonna be pretty much like playing the whole time. And the link to what I'm screen sharing right now is on the event, so you can find it there. The links are just like for your reference later. We're not necessarily, you don't have to open all of them, or since we are gonna be screen sharing. We're not gonna be doing open mic today or the beginner lesson, but we will be doing them kind of separately, you know, in other events going forward. But yeah, first of all, just like super excited to see everybody here today. So I am going to unmute everybody and ask you to make some noise just for a second. So can I get a cheer from everybody, wherever you are calling in from?
Yay!
Hey. Aloha!
That's right. Trying to hear some strumming going on. All right. Now I have to mute you all because we're gonna start playing. All right, can you mute? All right. So we are going to.
Amelia, we can't hear you. You're on mute.
All right. How about now?
It's fine. Thank you.
Okay, good. Thank you.
Sorry.
All right. So let's talk about the chords the way I am. So we've got G and C.
Can you
E
get
minor?
On I gotta mute myself.
And then D. And then those are the chords for most of the song. A couple of things that I want to call out is this, there's a C minor here at kind of the end of each of the phrases. So the C minor sounds like this. And you might see there's a little down arrow next to the C minor. So as some of you may know who come to the regular jam, that just means we're going to play that with one down strum. So it'll sound like, and you, it's like, take me the way I am, like that. So that is how the C minor fits in at the end of each phrase. And then there's kind of a secret A7 that pops up here at the end. So just kind of watch out for that A7. It will kind of pop up. Surprise. All right, let me clear off these annotations. And then let's see. This is not a super fast song. So it'll sound like, if you are falling, then I would catch you. So you have some time to get in between the chords. All right, if you got questions, drop it in the chat. And thank you everybody for telling me that we had accidentally muted ourselves. Otherwise, we're gonna go ahead and give this a try. So we're gonna go ahead and start in the G. Let's go ahead and just start strumming on the G. So we're gonna go and 2 and 3 and here we go. If you are falling, then I would catch take me the way I am. Here we go. If you are chilly, here, take my sweater. Your head is aching. I'll make it better. 'Cause I love the way you call me baby. You take me the way I am. Verse 3. I'll buy you Rogaine when you start losing all your hair. So on patches to all you tear. 'Cause I love you more than I could ever promise. You take me the way I am. Here we go. You take me the way I am. Here's the A7M. You take me the way I am. All right. Cool. Oh, cool. We're unmuting people just for a second. Questions or comments or anything on that one?
That was nice.
That's good.
I like that.
Nice singing, Amelia.
I'm very self-conscious because usually it's like all of us singing together. I was telling Kira, like, I forget a lyric or like get lost. No hiding. Like everybody will.
Nice to see them fit.
Split screen.
Hey, Amelia.
No, you're fine. What's up? Yes, I heard. Yes.
For the
Question.
strumming pattern, are you muting? Are you muting? Like how? What? Or no?
I'm not muting. I'm really just doing. What am I doing? The question was, is the question like what strumming pattern am I doing? I'm doing like, hopefully you guys can see what I'm writing on the screen. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And what I'm doing is I'm going down and then I'm doing an up on the end of 2. And then I'm doing a down on the 4. So it's a bit of a syncopated strum pattern. So it's like, if I were doing on a G, it's like 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. We should probably mute everybody if you were to like noodle around with it. I actually am planning on doing a syncopated.
Be careful when you mute everybody. You mute yourself out, Amelia.
Mute here. It mutes this one. Yes.
I tried that before, but okay. All right. Sorry about that. I was saying that I was actually planning on doing a syncopated strum workshop in one of the upcoming ones, in one of the upcoming meetups. So we'll actually talk about how to do some of these patterns where you are not doing a lot of strums that are on the downbeat. So the one that I was like literally just using just now is one of the ones that we'll be covering actually. But yeah, that's the strum pattern I'm using. Cool. Oh, is a question. Could you screen share music? Yes. I think I'm screen sharing right now. Yeah, I should be screen sharing. But let us know in chat if you are having trouble seeing my screen, and Kier will play tech support. All right, we're gonna move on to the next one. Let me get out of here. What is coming next? What is next? Oh, we're doing sorry. That's fun. I don't actually remember the order that I put all these in. Like discovering the order of the music as we go through. Let me clear off my annotations. All right. Sorry. Let me see if I can make this a little bigger. Let's see if they let me do like, I can make the text size a little bigger maybe. Yeah. Okay, cool. So the chords in this one, a lot of basic chords. So let's just talk about the chords real quick. So we're gonna start with an F. good old familiar F, and then we go to A minor, and then we do G, and there's actually another G after this. So the G, so it goes like, so the pattern is, you gotta go and get angry at all of my honesty, and then another G, and then it repeats F, A minor, G, G, yeah. Oh, we have a comment, might be able to get out of gallery view, so words are bigger. I think that maybe, is that something that people, that like participants do individually, or is it something that I set? I don't know if I change out of gallery view, if that's like.
I think the gallery view is the view of all the participants.
Yeah, is that
You
something
actually
that I
have a
have to
selection
change?
of going with a grid or just along the right-hand side. It's personal preference. Plus, you can actually resize it if you're in the
okay.
grid view.
So each person should be able to do that. Okay,
Yes.
cool. Thanks, Curtis. That's super helpful. If that's not working for you, just let us know in the chat, and we'll help you figure it out. Okay, what else do I want to call out about this song? Okay, there are a couple places where you're going to see D minors. It's like right here. There's a D minor here. Do 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 do. So the D minor is always one strum down. So it'll be, yeah, I know that I let you down. Is it too late to say I'm sorry now? And then we'll go back into the strumming. So the D minor is always down, one down strum. And I think that's it. All right. Any questions before we get started? Give this a try? Should we give this a try? Okay.
What's the strumming pattern?
Oh, yeah. What? I don't know. I change it a lot. So this one's a little bit faster. If you're looking for kind of a standard strumming pattern, I actually think that island strum works really well with this one. It'll just a little bit faster than usual. So it'll be like do 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 do. And I know a couple people here have picked up chucking. This is a great song to use chucking in. So you can throw it in on beat 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. This is a great song to use chucking in if you want to throw that into the island strum. Okay, I think we're gonna give this a try. All right, we're gonna try using auto scroll here and see if this helps us out. All right, let's start from just doing the repeat. Let's just do the F, A minor, G. So it's gonna sound like this. Just so anyone you're comfortable, it's like F, A minor, G, G, F, A minor, G. All right, here we go. You gotta go and get angry at all of my honesty. You know I try, but I don't do too well with apologies. Hope I don't run out of time, send someone call a referee. 'Cause I just need one more shot at forgiveness. I know you know that I made those mistakes maybe once or twice. And by once or twice, I mean maybe a couple of 100 times. So let me redeem myself tonight. 'Cause I just need one more shot, second chances. Is it too late now to say sorry? 'Cause I'm missing more than just your body. Da, 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 da. Is it too late now to say sorry? it too late to say I'm sorry now? I'm not just trying to get you back on me, 'cause I'm missing more than just your body. Ya da 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 da. Is it too late now to say sorry? Yeah, I know that I let you down. Is it too late to say I'm sorry now? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Yeah, I know that I let you down. Is it too late to say I'm sorry? Now one more time. Here we go. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Da, 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 da. I'm sorry. Yeah, I know that I let you down. Is it too late to say I'm sorry? And on a C. Okay, cool. All right, should we unmute everybody? Questions on that one?
Got some issue by someplace and there's no
All right,
line.
we are going to move on to the next one.
Had
Just drop a
good
question.
harmonica solo in that.
What'd you say? Solo? Something about solo. No.
Glenn.
Good, good, good. Okay, cool. All right, we're going to move on. Can you help me with the, like, how does the muting thing
One
work?
question I wanted to ask before we go. I'm listening to the audio here. It sounded to me like it was a little distorted. Was it distorted for other people, or was it okay?
No,
It's a little distorted for me.
It's okay.
Sounds like some mixed
I
reviews.
think our gain might be a little too high
Okay.
because of the ukulele. Just give me a second.
All right, I'm going to let you mess with that. Here's our audio engineer. It's great. I'll have to think about it. It's awesome. Oh, okay. I did see. Okay, I'm hearing. It was hard to hear. Had a hard time hearing you. Louder would be better. It broke up a little bit in the beginning.
I think if
I will
so
let
if
you
it's-
deal with that.
If it's too quiet, then you probably need to increase the volume on your side. If it's distorted, then that's because we need to turn our gain down.
So maybe we'll do both.
That's what I
So we're
did.
okay. So
our
okay.
gain is currently down. I just dropped it. Do we still sound okay?
You
Oh,
sound
now we're
fine now.
Yeah.
We sound fine. Okay, and then
Cool.
let's. Well, I guess we can try playing a little bit. And
Yeah, we'll try on the next one and we'll check
Yeah.
back. All right, cool. Should we go ahead and mute?
Yeah. Okay, we're gonna mute everyone, and we're gonna
And
stop
unmute
briefly
me.
and ask.
So mute everybody and then unmute me. Okay. Okay, cool. All right, so the next one is blurred lines. So cool. So blurred lines, there's some neat stuff in this one. One of the cool things about it is that it's only 2 chords. So that's sort of neat. This is actually one of the first songs that I ever learned to play because there were only 2 chords.
Oops, sorry.
So there's both a G chord and a D chord, and that's it. You just switch back and forth between them for the whole time, so it's great. For some reason, this is a bug with Ultimate Guitar. It's been there for like quite a while, but they print the chords super strange. So as you guys probably know, ukuleles do not have 6 strings. We are not guitars. So basically you kind of have to just pretend that these these 2 strings on the left-hand side do not exist. And then you will have the correct chord diagram. So it is just a standard G and a D. They just printed it weird here. And then what else did I want to kind of talk about this? Oh, so because we're only doing 2 chords here, G and D, let's talk about switching between them because there's some like different techniques that you can do for that. And so if you kind of go to your regular G, you know, the most common thing that people do is just like rearrange all of your fingers to go to a D like we usually do. But there's an alternate way that you can switch between them, which is that if you go back and play your regular G, leave your index finger where it is. So just hold your index finger down, and then you're actually gonna lift your middle and ring fingers up and over, so that the order that your fingers are gonna end up in from left to right is middle index ring. So it's in middle index ring. So your first two fingers are crossed like you're wishing for good luck. And the nice thing about this, although it might feel a little awkward the first time you try it, is that now switching back to G is super easy. So you just leave your index finger where it is, and then you shift back to G. So you basically have like one finger that never moves. Oh yeah, great. Gary points out that you can also bar and add for G. So let's see. So for D, sometimes people, I am not this skilled, but some people have great joint flexibility or something and are able to bar all three strings for the D, and then you kind of like wrench up your last joint so that you're correctly getting you're able to bar three, but not the fourth string, not the A string. I can never get it to work. But if you can do that, then awesome. And if you can do that, then all you have to do to get to a G is drop down your last joint so that you're now barring fully on, well, actually, guess what you would do? You kind of have almost a move over. So it'd be like you take your bar, which is holding down your first three strings. I guess you would like scoot it one over and then drop down your middle finger on the third fret of the E string to get to G. Gary can tell me if that is not what he was imagining. But that's how I'm interpreting the comment. So I guess that's another way you could go. Anyway, so if you want to like play around with different ways to switch between D and G, this is a great song to do it because that's literally all we're doing for the entire song. So one quick last review of the the technique I was saying before. So what it is you hold on your index finger and you just switch back and forth between those two. So that is how that works. What else did I want to say here? Oh, let's talk about, okay, besides switching back and forth between G and D for the whole song, if you want to give yourself an extra challenge, there's a little bit of a riff that you can throw in on this song. So the pattern for this song goes like, why don't I just annotate here? I'll just throw some text on the screen. So you basically play G 4 times, and then you play D 4 times, and then you go back and forth. So the very, very basic pattern is it's like, if you can't hear what I'm trying to say, if you can't read from the same page, D, maybe I'm going deaf, maybe I'm going blind, maybe I'm out of my mind. Okay, so that's like, I mean, you got a lot of time to switch between that G and the D. All right, so there's a little walk down thing that you can do on the to replace the last D. So let me go back to this. So this replaces the 4th D, and it's like, here, let's start with this. Oh yeah, da 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 da, 5 5 3 3 2 2 0 0. It's all on the A string. So go ahead and just try out those frets on the A string. So like 5 3 2 0, meaning open. So again, that's 5 3 2 0. We'll just repeat that a couple times. All right, one more time. Now we're going to double it up. So it's going to sound like 5 5 3 3 2 2 0 0. Okay. And now what I want you to practice is throwing in the G at the end, because what happens is that this little walk down replaces the last D, and then you cycle back to G. So if I do the whole thing, I'll just play it for you so you hear what it sounds like. So it's like, you know, if you can't read 2, what I'm trying to say, 3, if you can't read from the same page, D, maybe I'm going deaf, maybe I'm going blind, maybe I'm out of my G and 2. Okay, so that's how that goes. So let's just practice the walk down and then hitting a G afterwards. We're just gonna do that a couple times, and you can decide if you wanna, you know, try to actually do that in the song or not. And you don't, so let's see, let's go slow. So we're gonna go 5, 5, 3, 3, 2, 2, 0, 0, G, 2, 3, repeat it. 5, 5, 3, 3, 2, 2, 0, 0, G, 2, 3, again. 5, 5, 3, 3, 2, 2, 0, 0, G, 2, 3. One more time. 5, 5, 3, 3, 2, 2, 0, 0, G. Nice. Okay. So that's kind of the that's the little like thing that you can throw in to replace the fourth D. You also don't have to do it every round. I think it actually works best kind of at the ends of verses, or like when you're leading into the next section is like a great place to kind of throw it in. I think, oh yeah, are we gonna try the backing track with this one?
I think we should try.
Okay,
it.
we're gonna try an experiment. So Kier is our DJ.
Yeah, we'll see how this goes.
We've got a little bit of like a percussion track that kind of goes with this. So while he's queuing that up, let's just practice the chord progression, and then we'll hear how it actually fits with the song. But so the chord progression, let's just try, yeah, I'm trying to think like where should we approach it? Let's just try like, we'll just do the intro. Let's practice the intro. So I'll be like 1, 2, 3, 4, turn, turn. And this is 3, 4. Hey, 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 hey. This is 3. And here's the walk down. If you can't hear. All right, so that's how that goes. Okay. All right. Should we try it with the backing track?
We can try it. So the
You want
sound.
to explain how this is going to go?
I'm going to play backing track on the side, and it should come through. We tried to balance it.
So we'll hear some drums.
Yeah, here, I'll play it a little bit, actually. Why don't we just play a little bit?
A little bit so people
see-
hear it. Okay.
Yeah.
Also strumming pattern, please.
Oh, what do I do for strumming on this one? This is a great one to play with muting on. So you can do like, this is a great one where like, if you just kind of get like a pattern going where you're hitting on every 8th, you can do all sorts of crazy stuff on this song because it's like, it's very percussive. So you can do stuff like that. Like you can basically take the island strum, but then start like strategically muting stuff out so that it's not like you can hear every strum. And that's kind of a fun thing to play with this, to play around with. I would say be experimental on this one. This is a cool one. Like you can get a lot of stuff to work with it.
Yeah, if you listen to the
You wanna play a little
percussion
bit of
in the original, you can kind of hear the percussive pattern.
Can you guys hear the backing track? Can you guys hear the percussion?
No. How about now? Looks like I see some
Maybe
headphones.
give us like a thumbs up or something. If you could. Yeah. Oh, raised hand. Is that good? Does raised hand
Yeah.
be good?
Yeah.
Barely louder. Linda says barely.
If we make it much louder, we'll not get it ourselves.
That's okay. I can hear myself just fine.
Okay. All right.
Okay, now. Good. Thank you, Linda.
Okay.
Should we start from the beginning?
Okay, sure.
Okay. We don't often do this, playing with backing tracks, so we
Yeah.
thought it might be kind of fun for this song, so it's good to experiment. All right, should we start from the
You
beginning?
ready?
Yeah.
All right. Shall we?
Go for it.
All right, here we go. Should we? Yeah, everyone's muted. Yeah, okay.
Oh, yeah, I have
All
to do
right.
the auto scroll, don't I?
Yes,
Okay,
you do.
cool. All
I
right,
think you see
we're
a
auto
little faster
scrolling.
than that.
Okay, great.
Okay.
Everybody get up. So this is the, and 3. Hey, hey, hey. Hey, hey, hey. Hey, hey, hey. Here's the walk. If you can't hear what I'm trying to say, if you can't read on the same page, maybe I'm going deaf, maybe I'm going blind, maybe I'm out of my mind. Okay, now he was close, it's in your nature. Just let me liberate you. You don't need no papers. A man is not your maker. And that's why I'm gonna take a good girl. I know you want it. I know you want it. I know you want it. You're a good girl. Can't let it get past me. You're far from plastic. Talk about getting blasted. Hate these blurred lines. I know you want it. I know you want it. I know you want it. You're a good girl. The way you grab me, must wanna get nasty. Go ahead, get at me. What do they make dreams for when you got them jeans on? What do we need steam for? You're the hottest chick in this place. I feel so lucky. You wanna hug me? What rhymes with hug me? Here we go. Okay, now he was close. Tried to domesticate you. You're an animal. Baby, it's in your nature. Just let me liberate you. You don't need no papers. That man is not a maker. And that's why I'm gonna take a good girl. I know you want it. I know you want it. I know you want it. You're a good girl. Can't let it get past me. You're far from plastic. Talk about getting blasted. Hate these blurred lines. I know you want it. I know you want it. I know you want it. You're a good girl. The way you grab me, just wanna get nasty. Go ahead, get at me. Shake butt. Get down. Get up. Do it like it hurt. Like it hurt. Would you not like work? Baby, can you breathe? I got this from Jamaica. It always works for me. So cut it to Decatur. No more pretending, cause now you're winning. Here's our beginning. Good girl. I know you want it. I know you want it. I know you want it. You're a good girl. Can't let it get past me. You're far from plastic. Talk about getting blasted. Hate these blurred lines. I know you want it. I know you want it. I know you want it. You're a good girl. The way you grab me. Go ahead, get at me. Everybody get up. Hey, hey, hey. Hey, hey, hey. Hey, hey. Should we ask people how that worked? All right, I'm gonna unmute.
Here, wait.
How did that go? We're unmuting people.
Well,
How was could people hear the backing track like once we started playing? How did that work? All right.
That was fun.
Good.
Okay.
It was good. Okay. All right.
So some
Cool.
people had good time.
Okay. We have a second song in the playlist today that has a backing track. So definitely let us know. You know, if there were like I don't know, just let us know if it like didn't work so we can try to adjust for the second one. All right. I'm gonna throw people back on mute. Actually, maybe if you can do it and then
I can.
okay. We are gonna move on to what do we got next? Sunday morning. Okay, cool. Thanks for letting me know, Linda. All right.
Which
Sunday morning.
version, 1 or 2?
We're gonna start with, yeah, good question. We're gonna start with number 1, and then we're really kind of only gonna spend a little bit on that, and then we're actually gonna like play the full song on version number 2. So they're really the same. The only difference is they're on different transpositions. So I kind of wanted to use this, gosh, we're really gonna go more than an hour, aren't we? We totally are. It's like already 2:45. All right, well, this is definitely gonna go a little bit past 1. We probably won't get to all the songs today. So let's talk about Sunday morning. I do wanna use it as a little bit of a case study for transposition. This is the first version. This is a little bit, so if you do, so D minor 7, sounds like this. It's a really cool jazz chord. It's like super pretty. G7. Also a really pretty jazz chord. And then C. And then the C actually repeats for a second time. So it sounds like Sunday morning, rain is falling. Then C again. So that's the pattern for the whole thing. Share some cover, share some skin. That's how the whole thing goes. So we're actually not going to spend a ton of time in this version because I kind of want to use this more to talk about transposing and why it's really helpful. So you know, especially if you're just starting out on ukulele, these might not be the most intuitive chords for you, or maybe you're finding it a little bit difficult kind of stretching and hitting that D minor 7. I mean, that's tough actually still for me, and I've been playing for a while. So one of the things that's super handy on a lot of these sites is that you can transpose. So when you see this thing here, it's like the transposer. What it's doing is, like, if you go and click these numbers, it'll shift up all the chords by half steps. And you can cycle through basically until you find one where the chords are a lot easier. So here's one where I'm transposing up by 2 half steps, and suddenly these chords maybe have become a lot easier for you. I'm actually going to go up 7 half steps and show you how you can get to a version that has an A minor 7 in it, which is literally all open strings. So you can like really simplify things. The D7 here, you can also simplify by using a little bit of a fake version of D7. Let me see if I can like draw that on the screen. So there's a version of D7. Oh, great. We're gonna have some really interesting drawings, but that's okay. D7. D7.
It's the same as the D chord, but drop the middle string from the 3 that you press.
That's a good way to describe it. So here's our like kind of fake D7, but I use this all the time. It's like replacement D7. So if you use this, now these chords have become super, super easy. You've got an open A minor 7, and then a D7, and then a G. So we're gonna try playing with this, and you'll see just like, oh, this has made my life a lot easier. We're also gonna skip the solo, which is pretty cool. We're just not gonna do it in today's jam. Okay, let's see, how does this go? So it goes. So we've like shifted into a different key is what happens when you transpose. Sunday morning, rain is falling. Let's start with just playing the intro for a little bit. All right, we're gonna have to do some auto scrolling here. How do I make this auto scroll? Auto scroll. Do 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 do. Yeah, you never know. Sometimes. Okay, so let's try the A minor. It'll go A minor, D7, G, A minor, D7, G. Sounds like this. Sunday morning, rain is falling. Steal some cover, share some skin. Clouds are shouting us in moments unforgettable. Twist to fit the mold that I am in. But things just get so crazy, living life gets hard to do. I would gladly hit the road, get up and go if I knew that someday it would lead me back to you. That someday it would lead me back to you. That may be all I need. Darkness, she is all I see. Come and rest your bones with me. Driving slow on Sunday morning, I never want to leave. we sway like branches in a storm. Change of weather, still together when it ends. That may be all I need. Darkness, she is all I see. Come and rest your bones with me. Driving slow on Sunday morning. I never want to leave. We're skipping the solo, but things just get so crazy living. Life gets hard to do, and I would gladly hit the road, get up and go if I knew that someday it would lead me back to you. That someday it would lead me back to you. That may be all I need. Darkness, she is all I see. Come and rest your bones with me. Driving slow on Sunday morning. I never want to leave. Woo! Thank you, Sean, for pointing out that the alternate D7 that I've written there is, I did not know that it was also known as the Hawaiian D7, apparently. Probably, so, Sean said, probably because Hawaii has no D in it. Yeah, it's a real trick that like it works, even though it's not actually in terms of using.
We could drink a water, do anything.
Okay. In the meantime, any questions about that one?
Girl.
Right. So the transposition that we just did is what is linked here as V2, just so that you guys know for future. Oh, what should we finish with? We could probably do like two more.
This other one that she liked, it's more difficult.
So we have Brown Eyed Girl, You Belong With Me, Sunflower, and Forget You.
Yeah.
What do we do? Do you want to do Sun?
Did you just turn it on? Or did I
Should
turn
we
it
just
on?
take nominations?
Sure.
People have nominations. Anybody have a particular favorite? We probably, because we
Three
probably
people
have like
said sunflower.
Sunflower?
Yeah.
Sunflower. All right, we're gonna do Sunflower. We're gonna do Sunflower next, and we'll figure out the next one after that. Okay, Sunflower. I'm gonna put people on mute again. Mute again.
Yeah, hold on a second though. So some people said they had trouble hearing Amelia.
Oh.
It's a little hard because she doesn't have a separate mic, which normally we do. So it's really hard for us to
I can just
do
try to
this.
sing louder, and maybe we can
Yeah.
play a little softer or
Okay.
something.
I can hear her singing. I can't hear her. The strumming pattern and stuff.
Suggestion for that for next.
We do this for a few years, we'll get the hang of it.
Don't have it optimized.
I think I heard somebody say a suggestion. Someone said we need more Taylor Swift. Okay, so we'll do Sunflower, and then we'll do You Belong With Me. We'll call that. All right, so should we go ahead and do Sunflower? Do you want to go ahead and can you do the mute?
Yeah.
Thank you. Great. Okay. Sunflower. Blip, 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 blip. Where is it? Here it is. Do, do, do. All right. I will try to sing louder.
We have a
Some
backing
suggestions.
track for this one too.
Oh yeah.
Which
could be fun.
it
We'll
might,
try.
We'll see how it goes. Hopefully it goes all right.
You want to. All right, so this one, okay, I don't know, again, I'm so sorry, I don't know what's up with Ultimate Guitar. Like, these are like some really weird chord charts. So for the D and the G, they're just the normal D and the G, just like pretend these extra two strings don't exist. And then like, I have no idea why they're like defaulting. See, it's like they're showing me all these options for E minor. I'm like, no, I actually really don't want to play these versions of E minor. So for E minor, we're gonna do our just, plain old regular E minor, which I'm now going to clumsily attempt to draw on the screen, but nothing exotic. I would recommend just using, the regular old E minor, which looks like this. Okay. Here here's my attempt at drawing E minor. Use that for E minor.
Yeah, we disabled the Zoom algorithm processing for audio, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay.
So this one, you get lots and lots of time on every single chord. So it's like, needless to say, I keep it in check. She was all bad, bad, nevertheless. Calling it quits now, baby, I'm a wreck. So you can see there's like a lot of time on each chord, right? Needless to say, so let's talk about the transition from G to E minor. So when you got your G down, you could, if you so chose, move all your fingers to get to E minor, or there's a little bit of a shortcut, which is if you go back to your G, you take your pinky finger and just reach it over and get the 4th fret on your 2nd string or your C string, and that will be a shortcut to E minor. So you can go from your G to your E minor with one finger that way, and you don't have to move the rest of your hand. So that's a little bit of a trick for switching from G to E minor. Oh yeah, cool. I see somebody just threw that in. Thank you. Into the chat. And then what else did I want to point out on this song? There is a chorus jump. Just kind of watch out for that at the very end of the song where it says repeat chorus. It just means like, hey, sing this thing again, the boxed chorus. So just watch out for that at the end. And we might even, yeah, we'll do that. So that's fine. And then let's talk about the strum pattern. So this one has a pretty cool, I think, pattern that you can try. So it's basically like, it sounds like this. It goes, needless to say, I keep it in check, D. We'll just stay on the D and let people hear it. So it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And there's a lot of ways that you can achieve this. Like if you literally look at the way, like Kier's hands versus mine, we're actually doing different things. Like Kier is literally going half the tempo that I am, but we basically have the same end sound, so it's fine. So it's 1, stop, 2. Okay, let's try switching between some chords. So it'll sound like D, and then D again. And then we're gonna go to G. G, now E minor, E minor, E minor, back G, G. Great, that's how it goes. All right, should we throw on the backing track and see how this works?
Sure, we can try it.
Okay, we're gonna try it, guys.
All right, I can unlock my phone.
Thank you for Sean, and thank you, Sean, of the disabling the Zoom sound preferences. We did do that, so hopefully that helps.
Yeah. Are you ready? Is auto scroll on?
Oh yeah, I have to do auto scroll. I think this is too fast.
You write down the speed.
Huh?
You wrote down the
Oh
speed.
yeah, I did. Okay. All right, you're gonna just start playing it. Yes. So here's the D. This is kind of an intro. E minor. Here we go. Needless to say, I keep it in check. She was all bad, bad, nevertheless. Calling it quits now, baby, I'm a wreck. Crash at my place, baby, you're a wreck. Needless to say, I'm keeping her in check. She was all bad, bad, nevertheless. Calling it quits now, baby, I'm a wreck. Crash at my place, baby, I'm a wreck. Thinking in a bad way, losing your grip. Screaming at my face, baby, don't trip. Someone took a big girl, know how that felt. Looking at you sideways, party until. Some things you just can't refuse. Wanna ride me like a cruise, and I'm not trying to lose. You'll be left in the dust, stuck behind ya. You're sunflower. Think your love would be too much. You'll be left in the dust, stuck behind ya. You're sunflower. every time I'm walking out. I can hear you telling me to turn around. Fighting for my trust and you won't back down. Even if we gotta risk it all right now. No, you're scared of the unknown. You don't wanna be alone. No, I always come and go, but it's out of my control. You'll be left in the dust with the chorus. Stuck by ya. You're the sunflower. I think your love would be too much, but you'll be left in the dust unless I stuck by ya. You're the sunflower. You're the sunflower. Cool. We turned off the backing track halfway through because like we got lost for the backing track, but it kind of worked for the first verse at least.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Okay, cool.
At least it's
Questions or comments about that one? We unmuted you all.
It's a great one for practicing the syncopated strumming.
Oh yeah, it is. It is. Is that Shelly? I'm guessing that's Shelly. Oh, good. Okay, it sounds like the sound was better there for voice versus.
For voice and you.
Okay, good. Okay, cool. All right, let's get one more in, and then we'll do Aloha Oi, our classic closing song. So for the last one, we're gonna do our Taylor Swift song. I'm a huge Taylor Swift fan, so you know, I'm excited for doing this one. All right, so chords in this one, usual notes about, hey, just ignore how Ultimate Guitar adds on to random imaginary strings. The C here, can we go ahead and mute everybody?
Yeah.
I'll wait for you to mute and then I'll mute myself. Okay, I'm unmuted. So the C is just our regular old C. You know, I know it looks a little bit funny the way they've drawn it, but the 3 FR means like on the 3rd fret. So it's actually just the C that you're used to. And then we have G for D, and we have D minor. Go ahead and try the D minor, especially if that's not a chord that you're familiar with. And then to get from D minor to F, all we're gonna need to do is just lift up your ring finger. So from the D minor, if you just lift up your ring finger, you can get straight to the F. So you don't really have to do much to switch between those two. And those, I'm pretty sure, are the chords for the whole song. I think there's a place where maybe it switches order. Yeah. In the bridge, the order of the chords changes, so you'll just kind of watch out for that. But other than that, these are the chords for the whole song. All these little places where you see a down arrow next to the chord, we're going to do what we usually do and just do 1 strum on those. And then what other notes do I have here? Da, 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 da. I'm the one who makes you laugh when you know you're about to cry. Okay, there's this cool little thing in the original song where she does, like, I don't know if it's like a clap or there's some kind of percussive thing that happens on this line when you know you're about to cry. So it sounds like, when you know you're about to cry, knock, knock. And you can actually do that on your instrument. You can pick a place on your ukulele and use it as a percussion instrument. I like to do the bottom part here because you get like a deeper kind of bassy sounding percussion. But the way that sounds is going to sound like, I'm the one who makes you laugh when you know you're about to cry, knock, knock. Let's try that a couple times. So it's going to sound like 1, 2, we're gonna start with the C. I'm the one who makes you laugh when you know you're about to cry, knock, knock. One more time. 2, one more time on the C. One who makes you laugh when you know you're about to cry, knock, knock. So you can kind of throw that in if you decide you want to do it. If you're just like, I have no idea what you're talking about, Amelia, that is totally fine. You can just completely ignore me. All right, should we go from the beginning? Let's see, how fast does this go? Is it like, you were on the phone with your girlfriend, she's upset, going on about something that you said. So you got a while to get into the chords. Let's start on the C. Let's cycle through the chords. We're gonna go C, G, D minor, F. Let me turn on the auto scroll. Okay, we're gonna start in the C. So it's gonna go 1, 2, ready, play. C, G, D minor, F. All right, here we go. skirts. She's a cheer captain and I'm on the bleachers, dreaming about the day when you wake up and find that what you're looking for isn't here the whole time. If you could see that I'm the one who understands you, then you're all alone, so why can't you see you belong with me? You belong with me. Stay on the sea for just a second. Here we go. Walk down the streets with you and your worn out jeans. And I'm thinking this is how it ought to be. Laughing on a park bench, thinking to myself, hey, isn't this easy? And you've got a smile that could light up this whole town. Haven't seen it in a while since she brought you down. Say you're fine, I know you better than that. Hey, what you doing with a girl like that? She wears high heels, I wear sneakers. She's a cheer captain and I'm on the bleachers, dreaming about the day when you wake up and find that what you're looking for isn't here the whole time. If you could see that I'm the one who understands you, then you're all alone, so why can't you see you belong with me? You belong with me. And I remember you driving to my house in the middle of the night. I'm the one who makes you laugh when you know you're about to cry. You know your favorite songs and you tell me about your dreams. Think I know where you belong. Think I know it's with me. Here we go. Can't you see that I'm the one who understands you? Been here all along, so why can't you see you belong with me? Standing by and waiting at your back door all this time. How could you not know, baby? You belong with me. You belong with me. You belong with me. Have you ever thought just maybe you belong with me? You belong with me. All right.
With some sound problems. Unfortunately, we have taken those steps already.
Cool. Questions or, well, we'll keep working on that. But questions or comments about that one before we do Aloha Oi? Our closing one. Okay, before we do our very last thing, I do have just a couple of announcements that I want to share. So before I forget to do that, let me do that. Okay, one is for open mic. So I actually do have kind of this idea. So this is really random, but what I do for work outside of this is I actually work on an audio app that does like recordings that it's basically like you can collect recordings and then you can share them privately and channel, like leave comments on all of them. So I was actually thinking we could maybe use it for open mic. So the idea was that if you have a song that you've been working on that you're willing to share with the group, send your recording file, or you can like use voice memos on your phone or whatever and record something. Email it to me. My email's here. By the end of this weekend, and I will populate it in the channel. I'll share a private invite to it, and we'll all be able to hear each other's recordings, but also leave comments on them. And the comments will all be like timestamped. So you'll be able to be like, oh, I like this specific part, whatever, which is pretty cool. My second ask is to, before you sign off after Aloha Oi, to please take a second and send us some feedback. And just let us know how this worked and sort of what worked, what didn't, so we can improve for next time. The link is at the bottom of the doc, and it should just take a second. And then there's some other links on here that are helpful. One is to
it takes
get a
refining.
speaker connected to it.
Yes.
okay, hold on, we're gonna
You
mute
can do
people.
stuff over here, maybe.
Okay, cool. The last two things are just as a replacement for our donation jar. Larry, our treasurer, has kindly offered to just like take the donations. So you can Venmo to Larry, and then I think that's pretty much it. Okay, cool. So I think we'll go ahead and end with Aloha Oi. All right, last one.
Thanks, Lynn. See you next time.
Okay, let me see if I can just make this full screen. There we go. All right, should we go this?
Yep.
1, 2, ready. Happy trails to you until we meet again. Happy trails to you. Keep smiling until then. Who cares about the clouds? We're together. Just sing a song and bring the sunny weather. Happy trails to you till we meet again. Aloha, farewell to thee. Now charming one who dwells upon the bower. One fond embrace before I now depart, until we meet again. And happy trails to you till we meet again. All right, thank you, everybody. I'm gonna just unmute everybody.
Thank you.
Thanks, Amelia.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Unmute yourself.
Thanks so much.
Do take a second to wherever in the chat, in the feedback link, in the Google Doc. You
Who
know,
needs practice?
suggestions or kind of what. Yeah. How did that go for people? Like, I know there's a couple people who are still kind of hanging around on the Zoom. We're totally very open to feedback or suggestions.
I guess it needed to be louder. Yeah.
Louder?
Yeah.
Needed to be louder.
Was it, and it wasn't your local volume, it was that like we specifically were quiet and everybody else was loud?
Well, I think, because when I started playing, I couldn't, it kind of drowned you out, sort of.
But
yeah.
That might mean
Yeah,
that
so I couldn't really follow as well. It was hard to hear. Yeah.
So for that, you might need to turn your local volume up.
I have it on automatic with Zoom. I think I have it on automatic.
Oh, I mean, like on your computer, like you just like max out the volume
like your
as though you were.
That's what I was trying, but it didn't seem to do anything. But I can play around with that again. Yeah.
Sometimes headphones can be helpful too.
Oh, that's true. I
Yeah.
have people have told me that putting in headphones does help.
Or at least one. You have one in your ear and then one you can hear yourself.
Yeah, that's what
That's a really good tip.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
Well.
Yeah. Because I've heard that from people in general that like, oh, on the online jams, because when you're playing, obviously it's like so loud compared to,
Yeah. But otherwise, it worked. I think it worked pretty well for them.
It was okay. Okay. Cool.
It was good having the music up there, and yeah, that's good.
Gary, it's so good to see you. I haven't seen you in a while.
Yeah, it's been a long time. Hope you guys are doing well.
Yeah. Thank you, Mark. Thanks, Mark, too, for. Glad you reminded me that we hadn't posted the playlist in time.
Okay.
All right, cool. Should we sign off?
Yeah.
All right, guys.
All right.
Thank you. Have a great rest of the day. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
All right.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.
I'm still dirty.
Right?
If I go in the backyard,